Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of May 19th, 2021. Fair amount this week, so let's get right into it. First up, we have the big crossover book, and that is Batman Fortnite 0.3. If you haven't got your kiddos on a subscription on this yet, I have no idea why not. But yeah, issue 3 is out. We actually had copies of the variant on the shelf this week, so we're getting there to have them on the shelves. So and they were on the shelves until about in the afternoon on today, on Wednesday, so that was good. But yeah, I've read the first two. They're good. I enjoy them. My son plays Fortnite, and he loves getting the code and getting all the stuff and all that. So yeah, it's a win-win for reading and gaming. But the rollout could have been a lot better. Anyway, next up is Catwoman at number 31 by Ram V. Ram V has just been knocking it out of the park with what he's been working on. I can't wait to read his stuff every month or whenever it comes out. Yeah, he's probably one of the ones I would tell you to really pay attention to, because he's going to be blowing up real soon, if he hasn't already. Like, in his talent, in his work, but not like actually. Never mind. Next up, we have Flash 770. The Flash has been okay since Williamson has no longer been on it, but it feels like it's floundering in not having a kind of goal, or because I've been so used to somebody being on the book for so long that it's jarring to have somebody new on the book if that's not a villain. So we'll see. Next up, we have Home issue 2. I really enjoyed the first issue of this. About basically a refugee trying to come to the border on America and dealing with the garbage that is our border patrol and border security and all that. And the child gets separated from their mother, and the child ends up having superpowers. So yeah, that's a good, nice twist on it. But definitely one that was interesting. I would say check it out. Keep an eye out for it. It looks to be a decent one. Next up, we have Jules Verne's Lighthouse issue 2. I like the first issue, so I'm going to check out issue 2, see where it goes, see where it takes us. But I was actually pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed the first one. Next up, we have Justice League number 61. Bendis is just going full bore with his Justice League title, but he's kind of bringing some of the Wonder books stuff in with Naomi and all that. So yeah, it's an interesting first story arc, so see where it goes. Next up is it's basically a digital first book, but you've had this title before in comics, and that's Legends of the Dark Knight. This is the digital first version. For those of you who like Derek Robertson, he's on here, so I would say check it out. But it's a Batman title. Most people check out Batman titles. If you don't check out the extra Batman titles, it's fine. But I'm super stoked to see what is in this Legends of the Dark Knight, even though technically I could have seen it already if I wanted to go the digital route. Next up, we have Marie Levet's Luna number 4. This book is interesting. The art's really just trippy on it, and it kind of pulls you in. The story is kind of a little out there and crazy, but I'm really curious to see where it goes and how it ends. So yeah, but is it something that I'm probably going to be, it's going to knock my socks off completely? It hasn't so far, so it's probably going to be one of those ones that I purge out once I finish it, but for now, I'm enjoying it. Next up is another one of Ram V's books, and that's The Many Deaths of Laila, Starr, I don't know. The first issue was amazing and fantastic. You need to pick up a copy of it. If you can't find a first print, get a second print, third print, whatever. It's really good. Ram V does an amazing job, and from what I've heard on Twitter and the ramblings on Twitter while I was still on the internet earlier, people are really digging this issue, so check it out. Next one up is a Nightwing number 80 by Tom Taylor. I haven't read issue 79, but 78 blew me out of the water, and so I'm super excited to dive into Tom Taylor's Nightwing. So we'll see what he has in store for us in issue 80. If you missed out on issue 78 and 79, they are doing reprints, so be on the lookout for those at your local shop. Most of those are probably past FOC or sorry, last call, yeah, FOC or last call for order. If that's the case, then you need to see if they're going to be, how many copies they're getting, if you can reserve one, or if you can potentially get on a list to say, hey, I want to get on the list when you get the next print. So yeah. Next up, we have Stillwater number 7. Apparently, I didn't get issue 4, but I did get issue 4, but I never remember reading issue 4. So I've got to read issue 4 and then jump to issue 7. It's okay. Stillwater, enjoy. It's okay in the jumping part. I think I'll be okay. It looks like issue 4 is kind of a flashback issue, so I don't think it really matters that I watch or read it at that point, but we'll see. Next up, we have a Superman Red and Blue issue 3. These little, just short, quick stories about Superman, and red and blue being the main theme of the coloring and just the pace and all that stuff. Really, really good stuff. I've been enjoying them. If you haven't checked them out, I would highly recommend it. If you're not one that's like, oh, I don't like getting those little short ones, hopefully they'll have a collected version of this, or they'll probably sprinkle these in to other collections of Superman stuff. We'll see. Next up is Truth and Justice number 4. I got the variant on this one. I did not like the main cover, so I grabbed the variant. I did not read the Constantine one. I need to go back. I need to still read that one. But the Truth and Justice ones I have read have been good, so I can't wait to dive into this issue with Red Hood. Next up is The Walking Dead Deluxe number 15. And yes, I'm behind. At this rate, I'm probably just going to say, oh, at 18, I'll read it. And that'll be, 3 trades worth of stuff out of 33 trades total. I'll get to it eventually. It's Walking Dead. It's good stuff. Finally back, we have We Only Find Them When They're Dead number 6. Al Ewing's book is finally out, and we get to see what happens with the gods now that we've found them when they're technically alive. So this might get really, really interesting real quick. So I'm super stoked to jump back into We Only Find Them When They Are Dead. And kind of the big book from DC this week, besides the Batman Fortnite 0 Point book. And that is the Joelle Jones Wonder Girl book. Issue 1 drops today. So you need to go down and grab a copy, because they're probably flying off the shelves. People want to check out the new Wonder Girl. They're curious about it. I'm super stoked for it. It's Joelle Jones, so sign me up. It's awesome. So yeah. So that's it for my pull list. I did grab some variants this week. Well, I got a lot of variants. First up, I got the Batman Fortnite 0 Point number 3 Jim Lee cover. And yeah, I technically got 2 of them. Ooh, whoops. But yeah, so he's fighting Batman's fighting Snake Eyes there. Catwoman 31 had a beautiful Jenny Friesen cover with Catwoman and Poison Ivy there. So hopefully your store ordered that and you can snag that one up. Brett Booth did a really awesome Flash 770 variant. Geiger number 1 had a 3rd printing where it's like, stare at this and you'll look at the ceiling, and basically this image will be on the ceiling, because that's visual stuff and tricks. Next up is the 2nd print for Joker number 2. And that's, with all the buzz behind Bane's daughter. So, yeah, if you didn't get a first print, 2nd prints are out. Justice League 61 had a pretty cool cover with Naomi kicking some, I can't remember the guy's name, kicking butt there. Nightwing, of course, had a really awesome variant cover, so I snagged that one up. The variant covers for Nightwing have been fantastic. I mean, the main covers are great too, but those variants have been just knocking it out of the park. I did get the variant cover for We Only Find Them When They're Dead. Kind of the stained glass window version, so I snagged that one up. And then the rest of them are pretty much Wonder Girl. So I got the regular variant for Wonder Girl number 1. There is a J. Scott Campbell variant, so if you want to snag that up and maybe copy his art and post it on the Instagrams or the Twitter feed or the Facebook, because everybody's posting copying poses of J. Scott Campbell right now. And then we have Raphael Grandpa's shiny Wonder Woman cover. And this is the team variant, I believe, but a really, really cool cover. And then, of course, they did a blank pseudo blank cover for issue number 1, so I snagged that one up as well. I got a lot of the blank covers. Maybe one day when I go to conventions, I'll actually get some of them signed. But that's it for the single issues. I did pick up I did get a special order in, or it's not really special orders because it comes out today. And that's the Aliens, the Original Years Omnibus. This bad boy collects a lot of original content from the Dark Horse stuff, like back in the 90s, 80s and 90s. So yeah, so if you love Aliens, this is for you. Me personally, Newt's Tale is in here, and I love Newt's Tale. It basically takes place from Newt's perspective around the Aliens movie, somewhat before, and it kind of blends with the Aliens movie at some point. But really, really good 2-issue story. So I'm glad it's collected now in a nice hardcover format. This is volume 1, so I'm assuming they're going to have some more because there's a ton more Alien content that Marvel's going to put out that Dark Horse had. But yeah, and it's also a really awesome land cover for the omnibus. So yeah, hopefully you've been snagging up the omnibuses you want, because printing these have really limited print runs. And finally on my pull list this week, there is a game that came out Friday, probably, I think it was. We don't normally get game stuff at the store, so I normally go to the local game shop that we know down the street, Isle of Gamers. Isle is going to be merging with Elusive. I've mentioned Elusive here in videos before. They're the kind of other store that we kind of work with when it comes to like getting shipments, so that way it's a lower price for both of us when it comes to shipping costs. And I've worked over there, and they have a game store called Isle, but they're merging now together into one store again in another location. So Isle's no longer going to be Isle, but it'll be, I don't know what they're calling the new merge store, but I go over there to get my game stuff. And this one came out on Friday, and I probably won't play it anytime soon, but it'll sit and, you know, look good in my collected stuff, and that's behind me but it's Keyforge Dark Tidings. I picked up the 2-player starter set. If you are ever curious about Keyforge, pick up one of these 2-player starter sets. This will give you decks to play that are pre-made. These are the only decks in the game that are repeated, the ones in the starter sets from any of them. Those are the only ones that are reprinted. Every other deck is individual and brand new. There's no other one like it. This is not like a collectible card game like Magic the Gathering. This is, you buy a deck and you can just start playing. So Dark Tidings is the new installment from Keyforge and Fantasy Flight. Richard Garfield is the one that created this. So if you like Magic, you may like this. Or if you don't like Magic, give this one a try. It's not as intense as Magic, but I've had fun playing it when I did play it. I need to get back to trying to sit down and play it. I have plenty of it, if you can tell right back here. But yeah, Dark Tidings came out, so I snagged that one up. Now some people say, well, why didn't you order it from the shop? So I got ordered so much stuff from the shop. We don't really order games at the store. I could start doing it, but I don't know really if I want to commit that hard to some things. I have been picking up some games here and there, and trying, and you know, hopefully going to be able to sit down and try them out going into the summer with the kids. I tried doing it a little bit before the end of the school year, kind of instead of them staring at screens. But everything's been super crazy and all over the place. But yeah, hope to get a little bit more gaming in this summer. So yeah, I did get a chance to play Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion a week, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. I played campaign 4, really, really fun. If you haven't played Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, I highly recommend it. It's a good intro to that Gloomhaven style of game. And I've really just enjoyed playing it with my roommate and his girlfriend. So, yeah, I probably mentioned it last week, but I want to mention it again. It's fun. Check it out. Yeah, that's it for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what you're picking up. If you have any questions, comments, all that. Please keep it nice. The internet can be a good place as long as you put in good to it. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 501, and we went back to a classic format of just myself and Ryan Higgins we didn't renumber. We just rejiggered ourselves back to the original, and it's just the two of us for the rest of the remaining future. No, nobody else showed up because everybody had busy stuff. So we recorded like normal. So yeah, but yeah, you can check out that. There's a link in the description below. Yeah, if you want to help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon, you can do that at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and being able to surround ourselves with all of this stuff that we can enjoy and let you know whether or not some of it's worth it, or at least what we're getting. Yeah. I don't get a lot of Marvel. Sorry if you love Marvel. I just don't get it here. I've tried reading a couple things, but I don't know. It's just not grabbing me like it used to. So, sorry about that. Slightly not sorry. You can help me a little more directly if you click on any of the Amazon links here or at conspiratorrock.com and you purchase something through there. I get a little cut for Amazon money, so thank you for people that do that. And you can also head over to my eBay page, and I'm constantly purging out stuff there. I've been getting rid of a bunch of NES and Super Nintendo boxes, and that's been doing really, really well for me. I'm almost out of, or I've almost sold all of what I had. So yeah, you can check that out. Again, link in the description below. And yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. My handle is BES Basement. That's BES Basement. I still send a notice every so often for, can you please suspend me for something I didn't do that your algorithm says I did and I didn't? Who knows? If anyone knows anybody at Twitter support, let me know, because it really doesn't feel like there's any human beings over there. But yeah, you can still follow me at BES Basement on Twitter. And yeah, that's it. I'm tired. I need to get this up for you guys. And I think I'm going to shave or trim up the beard tonight. If not, I'm just going to go to bed. And I got a lot of work tomorrow because we got the warehouse and we're going to start loading stuff in. And man, oh man, is my body hurt when we do a lot of the moving. So maybe I need to go down to the store and get some Aleve. Sucks getting old. But what can you do? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.